Hi, my name is Cody Norberg. I am a junior in the physics department. So I model surface mass loading displacements of the Earth's crust. I use a computer program that will model the amount of displacement that will occur on the Earth's crust, whether it's the atmosphere, the ocean, or groundwater. It's exciting to learn how to code, see how it works, and how we can implement it into the real world.
Hi, my name is Ryan Wakefield. I major in physics. This is my senior year. I've been working with a professor to set up equipment. It's a set of mirrors that's called a galvanometer. We hope that one day we can use it to treat tumors in cancer patients.
My name is Charlotta Langner, and I'm a senior here in the biochemistry program with a minor in mathematics. We study human cytomegalovirus in this lab, and it's a pretty serious virus, and there's no vaccine for it. I think the eventual goal is, vaccine development and health of humans. Growing up, I was always, learning about nature and how things worked. And in my own school, I was really into biology as well as chemistry. In 8th grade, I went to the Montana Science Fair. I had designed a project testing the breaking strength of different strings and types of rope. So it was really fun. I put together a device with lots of pulleys that would multiply the force I applied, and then I measured the force with an analog scale and testing how much weight I was applying to the rope. And I think I got second place at the science fair, so it was a lot of fun.
I'm Jay Evans, and I'm working on a double major in physics and mathematics here at the university. Looking back on it, I have a very difficult time remembering wanting to do anything other than science. In fact, at times when I was younger and more full of, mischief, I would skip out on doing other classes to spend extra time in science wings or classrooms, just because that's where I was happy and having the most fun. I toured both this campus and MSU when I was just coming out of high school. I felt like this department for physics, just what I really wanted to pursue. It was very difficult to even want to look anywhere else once I had been walked into the department chair's office and talked about what my choices were and how I would go about achieving them. We have great faculty, we have small class sizes, we have just a really personal feel to all of the education you get through this major. But more than that, the research that I'm doing gives me the opportunity to potentially publish before I even graduate, which in physics is a huge boon to anyone's, whether you want to look for a career in the private sector or continue doing research, just getting out there and doing science as early as you can, doing properly documented peer-reviewed science is the best thing I could have hoped for no matter where I went to school, and I got it in spades here.
I'm Katie Heinley. I'm a senior in the wildlife biology program here at the University of Montana. One of my mom's friends worked at the BLM in Miles City, and so she said I could contact the fish biologists and go out volunteer with them. So I did that for a couple days this summer before my senior year of high school, and I was just hooked on it. It was so exciting. I was like, you can get paid to be outside and work with fish. So from that moment on, I just knew I wanted to be a fisheries biologist or something in that field. I knew I could get a lot of scholarships if I stayed in-state, and so that was definitely a attractant for me to go to the University of Montana. And also I knew they had an amazing wildlife biology program. I feel like every semester I have a different professor that is just so kind, and you can't even imagine having that class taught by someone else because they're so good and they're so just involved and they really want you to learn and want you to be better and help you succeed, and I couldn't have asked for a better undergrad experience. I'm so happy I came here.
Hi, my name is Michelle Nemetchek. I am in the PhD program for biochemistry and biophysics, and we research a type 2 diabetes receptor and the different kinds of drugs that can bind to the receptor and affect its signaling. I always really liked baking as a kid. I loved cooking. I really thought I was going to be a cook for the longest time in my life until it was one of my teachers that connected me with a researcher on campus. And that was the first time that I got into a lab and learned all of the fun different things that you can do and things you can test, and that there's really not that much difference actually from baking and science, is that you really follow a recipe to a T and hope that things work out, right? I had an in when I did the science fair, and so I already worked on campus with one professor. And then when I entered college, I moved into a different lab but still working on the same project. And so it was actually really cool that what I started in high school actually branched out to the entire rest of the 4 years of my undergrad. I mean, I think there are a whole lot of opportunities here for undergraduates to be involved in research, even more so than larger universities. I mean, there's very few people that I know that made it to grad school without some undergraduate experience, and you have that opportunity here. And if you go up to most professors and say, I'm really interested in what you're doing, they will love to take you on and help you reach the next step in a research career.
I'm Seth Bodner, president of the University of Montana, and to all the participants of the Montana Science Fair, I just want to say congratulations. We have been so honored to host you here at the University of Montana. It has, I know, been an exhilarating experience, and I want to tell you that we are so excited, hopefully to have some of you here at the university as students, but also so excited to see what you're going to do.
You should be really proud of what you've done, and you should know that this gives you a huge advantage if you want to go into science for a career.
Keep taking advantage of opportunities and just try out new projects, new ideas to keep pushing the sciences forward.
No matter what you do, whether it's science or a business job, these skills are going to translate over.
All of the headaches and really hard classes are so worth it once you get into your area that you're really interested in.
The best years of your life are the years you spend doing whatever inspires the most passion from you. And for me, and for what sounds like a lot of the people listening to this, that's science. And whatever branch of science you want to go into, I cannot vouch highly enough for the satisfaction you get from pursuing it.
Even if you feel like that you don't have the background or you don't know so much yet, that just that passion for learning will get you really far.
Thank you for being here, and we look forward to seeing many of you down the road as a future member of the University of Montana.